Hello friends, and welcome back to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World, where today we are continuing our King of the Hill Fall Classic version, and I have a quick standings update to provide you. I am tracking the wins only because the first team to 10 wins gets home field advantage in the World Series. Second place team then, whoever it is at that point, becomes the other team in the World Series. And we have at the moment a tie for first place between the 1977 Boston Red Sox and the 1975 Cincinnati Reds at 2 wins each. We are up to game number 7 in the tournament. And today it'll be the 1952 Brooklyn Dodgers against the 1975 Cincinnati Reds, the King of the Hill. Now the King of the Hill hosts the game, and so we are at Riverfront Stadium. The 52 Dodgers have to contend with AstroTurf, which of course they never had to do in real life, or as the kids like to say, IRL. The opposing pitchers today will be and that was tough too. The 52 Dodgers had basically a 6-man pitching staff. Maybe a 5-man pitching staff. Charlie Dressen had his hands full getting a pennant winner out of that pitching staff. But I was going to go with Joe Black, and I've decided to go with Carl Erskine, another right-hander, and maybe Carl Erskine's best year in 1952, certainly one of them. He's going against a difficult choice as well, the number 3 starter for the Cincinnati Reds of 1975, and that I've chosen to be Fred Norman, although because he's a left-hander, I almost went with Jack Billingham, the right-hander, even though Norman's 75 year was better than Billingham's 75 year. I'm a little bit concerned about what the 1952 Brooklyn Dodgers are going to do to a left-handed starting pitcher, but we'll find out. So it's Erskine against Norman. The winner of this game today will host the 1952 New York Yankees. Now, this Brooklyn Dodgers team was ahead 3-2 in the 1952 World Series and going back to Brooklyn for Game 6 and, if needed, Game 7. And the Yankees took them both at Ebbets Field. So this is a very, very good team with all of the Brooklyn Dodgers names that you know. They're taking on the Big Red Machine. I'm expecting a really good game today. Thanks for being with me. Let's get to today's starting lineups. For the visiting pennant-winning Dodgers, leading off at second base, it's Jackie Robinson. Batting second at shortstop, Pee Wee Reese. Batting third in center field, Duke Snyder. Roy Campanella bats fourth, he'll catch. Andy Pafko bats fifth, he'll play left field. Gil Hodges bats sixth, he'll be at first base. Carl Furillo bats seventh, he'll be in right field. Billy Cox bats eighth, he'll play third base. And Carl Erskine will be on the mound and bat ninth. 33 games, 26 starts, 10 complete games. A 14-6 record with 2 saves for Erskine on the 1952 season. Pete Rose will lead off for the homestanding Reds at third base. Joe Morgan bats second at second base. Johnny Bench bats third, he'll catch. Tony Perez bats fourth, he'll play first base. George Foster bats fifth, he'll be in left. Ken Griffey bats sixth, he'll play right field. Dave Concepcion bats seventh, he'll play short. And Cesar Geronimo bats eighth, he'll be in center field. Fred Norman will bat ninth and do the pitching. The left-hander, 34 games in 1975, 26 of them starts, 2 complete games, a 12-4 record on his ledger in 1975. All right, Jackie Robinson leads off against Fred Norman. I don't know what to expect here, but we'll see. Norman winds and deals to the all-time great Jackie Robinson. Oh, we got to see what kind of stuff Norman's got. He has C stuff. Of course he does. Of course he does. And Erskine, B stuff. All right, 36. For Robinson is hit on a line at Cesar Geronimo in center field, and he makes the catch for out number 1. And we are underway at Riverfront Stadium on the carpet. Norman winds and deals to Pee Wee Reese. Got to the kitchen. Oh my God, I smell gas. This will be a range check unless I roll a 1 or a 2. I did not, so it's a range check for Joe Morgan. And Joe Morgan's range is a 14. He makes the play to his left, plants and throws to Tony Perez, and that'll retire Pee Wee for out number 2 in the first. And now it's Duke Snyder. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch is a ballpark check for Snyder, a left-handed batter. And it's just fouled down the line past Tony Perez, so we're going to do it again. Norman kicks and deals to the Duke. He hits it in the air to center field, and Cesar Geronimo gets his second chance of the inning, and that'll retire the side in the first. 1, 2, 3 for Fred Norman. Here's Carl Erskine. Now, Don Newcomb, of course, was in the service in 1952, so Erskine becomes sort of the ace of the staff by default a little bit. Billy Lowe's was on the team, a young Billy Lowe's. Preacher Rowe, veteran, but I think Erskine was pretty much the big man. Pete Rose, Joe Morgan, Johnny Bench, and the Reds first. The pitch to Pete. Hey, struck him out. And the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. Morgan. Erskine kicks and deals. This is hit to right and deep by Morgan. It's off the wall. Furillo runs it down. Morgan around first, stops at second, and now it's Bench with 1 out. Chance for the Reds to take an early lead. Erskine the stretch and the delivery to JB. This is going to be trouble. Into the left center field gap, scoring is Morgan. Snyder gets it back in, but Bench has a double. Back-to-back doubles put the Reds on the board at 1-0. Perez comes up. Erskine the stretch and the delivery. Fly ball to left. Andy Pafko coming in a few steps. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And here's Foster with Bench still at second. Erskine the stretch. The pitch to Big George. And this is more trouble for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Down in the left field corner. Pafko got to dig it out of there. Foster around first, heading to second. Bench scores easily. It's 2-0 Reds in the first inning. Griffey up. Erskine the stretch. The pitch to Griffey. Going to be a 1-13 walk. He does walk him. Erskine having a very rough first inning. Concepcion is up with 2 outs and 2 on. Erskine the stretch. The pitch to Davey, who's still in the Navy and probably will be for life. It's to left and deep for Concepcion. Back to the warning track is Pafko, but he puts it away for out number 3. One more biscuit for breakfast, and Davey rides that one out of here. But in the first inning, the Reds get 2 runs. On 3 hits, they leave 2. After 1 in the books, they've got a 2. The Reds have a 2-0 lead over the 52 Brooklyn Dodgers. Campy, Pafko, and Hodges, 4-5-6 in the Dodgers' second. Pitch to Campy. He might hit him. Comes inside. No, it just jams him. Hit on the ground to Joe Morgan. He charges hard and flips to Perez for out number 1 in the Dodgers' second. Andy Pafko coming up now. Dodger left fielder. Norman. And I'm dropping dice left and right. Norman winds and deals. This is to left and deep, right down the line. Gone for Andy Pafko. Former home run champ, 1950, I believe. Home run champ with the Cubs. Pafko goes down the line and cuts the Reds' lead in half. It's 2-1, Cincinnati. Hodges now. Norman kicks and deals. Trouble for Norman. Ball 4. 1 out, 1 on for Furillo. This is the problem with left-handed pitching against these Dodgers. Norman the stretch. The pitch to Furillo is trouble. This is big trouble. It's going to be extra bases into right center field. Hodges around second, heading to third. He will be held there, and Furillo cruises into second with a double before Griffey gets it back in. Second and third for Brooklyn with Billy Cox coming up and one out. Reds infield is back. Sparky pacing in the dugout. On deck is Erskine. The pitch to Billy Cox. Ground ball, Concepcion. He gloves it and fires to Perez as Hodges scores from third and Furillo holds at second. We have a brand new game at 2 apiece. 2-2, ballet time. Now it's Erskine with Furillo still at second. Norman the stretch and the delivery. Hit in the air to left. George Foster in a few steps. He'll make the catch for out number 3. And so we've played 1.5. We had a slugfest in progress. 2-2 game in Cincinnati at Riverfront Stadium. For the Reds in the second, it'll be Geronimo, Norman, and the top with Rose. Erskine kicks and deals, looking to restore order. And Erskine, this Geronimo hits it to center and deep. Back goes Snyder, and he's got it at the track for out number 1. Erskine's not fooling him. Here's Norman. He kicks and deals to Norman, and hey, got him on a bender. Norman didn't come within 3 feet of that one, and so it'll bring up Rose with 2 outs and nobody on. Erskine winds and deals. Pete sends it on the ground to Jackie Robinson at second. He's up with it and throws to Hodges at first for the out. That will retire the Reds in the second. It's a 2-2 game after 2. We go to the third, and we're looking at the top of the Dodger order. Robinson, Reese, and Snyder. Here's Jackie against Norman. Jackie swings and hits it in the air to left. This will drive Foster back a couple of steps, but he's got room and puts it away for out number 1 to start the Brooklyn third. Norman kicks and deals to Reese. And Pee Wee draws a walk. Yeah. Snyder up. 1 out, 1 on for Brooklyn. Norman the stretch and the delivery to the Duke. Ground ball, Morgan. To his left, gloves it. Plants, throws to Perez. He can only get Snyder at first. Reese advances to second. With 2 outs, he's there for Campanella. Norman the stretch and the delivery to Campy, and this is trouble. Center field, right center field. And gonna be a base hit. Geronimo cuts it off with his incredible speed. But Reese will score from second. Campy takes a big turn at first, but heads back. It's 3-2 Brooklyn. They have fought back to take the lead from a 2-0 deficit. There's 2 outs in the third. Pafko is at the plate. Norman the stretch and the delivery to Handy Andy Pafko. He draws a walk. That's going to get action going in the Reds bullpen, where Clay Carroll starts to throw. The Hawk, as he was known. Hodges at the plate. He walked and scored in the second. Norman the stretch. Campanella at second. Pafko at first. 2 men out. The pitch to Hodges. Base hit for Hodges. Can Campanella score? This is They're going to wave him. They're going to wave Campanella. The throw from Geronimo coming home to bench is in time. Bench applies the tag, and Campanella is gunned down at the plate. But that'll end the third. But the Dodgers get a run on 2 hits. We go to the bottom of the third, and it's 3-2 Brooklyn over the Reds, who jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the first inning. Now we'll see if Erskine can keep everything under control here in the Reds' third. Morgan bench Perez, 2-3-4 in the Reds' third. The pitch. Ballpark check. Morgan, a left-handed batter. High and deep to right. Fair or foul, and a foul ball. Next delivery to Morgan. Is hit in the air to center, but right at Duke Snyder, and there's 1 down. Johnny bench. Erskine kicks and deals. Gonna be an error check unless I roll a 1-3. I do not. We have an error check for Erskine, and his number is a 14. Not good. Erskine gloves it and throws it past Hodges down the line. Bench will get to second easily on a 2-base error by the pitcher Carl Erskine. With 1 out, he's at second. Bench is, and now Perez. Erskine the stretch, the pitch to Doggy. Hit to left. This will drive Pafko back a few steps, but he'll make the catch. Bench will hold, and there's 2 outs now for Foster. Erskine the stretch, the delivery to Big George. Hey, struck him out on a bender. That will retire the side. We go to the 4th. Brooklyn 3, Cincinnati 2. The winner plays the 52 Yankees in our next game. Norman is out to face Furillo, Cox, and Erskine in the top of the 4th. Norman kicks and deals. Furillo swings and hits it on the ground to Concepcion. From the hole, Davey plants and throws to Perez for out number 1. Billy Cox, 0 for 1 with a ribby in the game. The pitch from Norman. Line smash right at Concepcion. 2 down. Now it's Erskine. They're not getting cheated on Fred Norman. The pitch. Hit in the air to left. Toward the line is Foster, and he's going to make the catch for out number 3. Norman's first 1-2-3 inning since the first inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th, and it's Brooklyn 3, Cincinnati 2. There'll be Griffey, Concepcion, and Geronimo 6, 7, 8 in the Reds' 4th. Pitch from Erskine. Griffey swings and hits it on the ground to Billy Cox. Billy to his left gloves it, plants and throws to Gil Hodges for out number 1. Concepcion now 0 for 1. Erskine kicks and deals. He hits it to left and deep. Back goes Pafko, and he makes another catch on the warning track. Could have been Concepcion's second bomb of the day, but instead he has just 2 flyouts. Geronimo's 0 for 1. 2 outs, nobody aboard in the Reds' 4th. Erskine kicks and deals. Hit in the air to center. Under it is Snyder, and that will retire Cincinnati in the 4th. Erskine has not allowed a hit since the 1st, and the only base runner since the 1st was his own error in the 3rd. He has retired 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 10 of the last 11 batters he has faced. Top of the order coming now for the Dodgers in the 5th. It's Jackie Robinson, Pee Wee Reese, Duke Snyder. Pitch from Norman. Ground ball, Joe Morgan cuts it off from going up the middle, plants, and throws to Perez for out number 1. Pee Wee Reese, 0 for 1. Norman kicks and deals. Pee Wee grounds it to Morgan. To his left, plants, and throws to Perez for out number 2. Snyder with 2 outs and nobody aboard. The Duke is 0 for 2. The pitch from Norman. Ground ball, Joe Morgan. He's about to tie a record held by many. He throws to Perez and retires the side in the 5th. We're halfway through this one. We got a good one. Dodgers 3, Reds 2 in Cincinnati at Riverfront Stadium on the carpet. Let's talk about stamina for a minute and make a decision about a pinch hitter for Norman. Norman can face 26 batters before stamina is an issue. He has faced 21, so he's going to bat. Not much of a hitter. 0 for 1. Erskine kicks and deals. And as soon as I say that, it's a base hit for Fred Norman to center field. First hit since the first inning. And the Reds have a good start in the 5th. Here's Rose. Dodgers at double play depth. The pitch to Pete. Ground ball, Jackie Robinson. He's going to go to Reese for 1. The relay to Hodges is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 4-6-3 double play turned by Brooklyn. Now it's Morgan with 2 outs and nobody aboard. Erskine winds and delivers. Comebacker, gloved by Erskine. This time he turns and makes an accurate throw to Hodges to retire the side. We've played 5, and it's Dodgers 3, Reds 2. Maybe Norman's last inning, we'll see. Campanella, Pafko, and Hodges coming up. Clay Carroll is throwing in the Reds bullpen. Campy is 1 for 2. The pitch from Norman. Going to be an error check unless he strikes him out. He almost did, but not quite. Error check for Geronimo. Cesar Geronimo's error number is a 3. And he makes the catch for out number 1. 8 in a row retired by Norman. Pafko hit a homer in the 2nd to start the scoring for Brooklyn. Fred Norman winds and deals, and Pafko drills this one as well. Gonna be off the wall. Foster runs it down. Pafko around first, heading to 2nd. That'll bring up Hodges with 1 out. Maybe one more batter for Norman. The stretch. He checks Pafko. The pitch home to Hodges. Ball 4, he walked him, and here comes Sparky. That's going to do it. That will do it for Fred Norman. Give you Clay Carroll's stats in a moment. Let's tell you about Fred Norman as he walks to the dugout. A victim of Captain Hook, Sparky Anderson. All right, so Norman goes 5 1/3. He gives up 5 hits. He walked 4, and that was the killer. He did not strike anybody out, and he cannot win this game. He can only lose it. Pafko and Hodges on 2nd and 1st are his responsibility. Furillo comes to the plate. Clay Carroll, 56 games, 2 of them starts, 96 innings in 75. He was not a hard thrower by that point. 7-5 record with 7 saves. Let's see what kind of stuff he's got. He has A stuff. His stamina is for 10 batters before that may become an issue. Furillo's 1 for 2. The pitch from Carroll to Furillo. Ground ball, Dave Concepcion. He goes to Morgan for 1. The relay to Perez is not in time. Furillo beats the wrap at first. Pafko moves to third. Hodges retired 6-4 on the fielder's choice. And Furillo is safe. So there's Dodgers at the corners for Billy Cox. On deck, should he reach, it'll be Erskine. Carroll the stretch, checks the runners. The pitch to Billy Cox. Hit in the air to left, but not deep. Foster under it and makes the catch. So Clay Carroll gets them out of the mess in the sixth. We go to the bottom of the sixth with your score. Brooklyn 3, Cincinnati 2. Good game. Bench, Perez, Foster coming up in the Reds' sixth inning. Erskine's stamina, 33 batters. He has faced 20 to this point. Bench is 1 for 2. The pitch from Erskine. This is trouble. For Bench, it's going to get in the gap. Left center field, Pafko's got to run it down. Bench around first. He's got a leadoff double. He's the tying run. Perez at the plate, 0 for 2. Erskine the stretch, the pitch to Tony. Got to the catch and it's a range check. This is for Billy Cox, a range check for Billy Cox. His range is a 9. He gloves it, and he will look Bench back and make the play to Hodges at first. So Perez does not advance the runner to third with less than 2 outs. Here's Foster, 1 for 2. Erskine the stretch, the delivery to Big George. Base hit for Foster. To center field. Bench is being waved. Duke Snyder's arm is an A4. The throw home for Bench is not in time. Foster with an RBI single. The Reds have tied the game at 3 with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. This is going to be a tight one the whole way. Griffey 0 for 1. Foster at first. Erskine the stretch and the delivery. Chart 54, where are you? Wild pitch, maybe. Yes, it's a wild pitch. Or is it a pass ball? Let's check. It is a pass ball for Campanella. He runs it back to the screen. Foster advances to second. The next delivery to Griffey. Ground ball to Hodges. He's going to take it to the bag himself as Foster goes to third with 2 outs, and now Concepcion with a chance to give the Reds the lead. Erskine's going to go from the windup, as was the custom. The pitch. Corked to the gap in left center field. Snyder on the run. He will never get there. Scoring is Foster. It's 4-3 Cincinnati. Around first goes Concepcion, and he finally gets a big hit against Erskine. 4-3 Reds. Geronimo up with Carroll on deck. They're going to pitch to Geronimo. Pitch to Cesar. Ground ball Hodges. To his right, he gloves it and flips to Erskine covering, and that will retire the Reds in the 6th, but they get 2 and take the lead back. On 3 hits, they leave 1. After 6, it's Cincinnati 4, Brooklyn 3. Oof. So it's going to be Erskine, Robinson, and Reese against Carroll in Clay's first full inning of work. George Shotgun Shuba is going to be the pinch hitter for Carl Erskine, here to lead off the 7th inning. Erskine's day is done after 6 innings. He went 6 complete, allowed 7 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 3. He allowed 4 runs. They're all earned. And he's in line for the loss unless the Dodgers can rally. Shuba is pinch hitting. He's a left-handed batter. He hit .305 in 1952. And Joe Black is going to be the new Dodger pitcher in the bottom of the 7th, and we'll tell you about him in a few minutes. Clay Carroll to George Shuba. 0 Oh, and this one is to right, but catchable for Griffey. One more biscuit for breakfast, and Shuba hits it out of here, but not today. Jackie Robinson up now with one out. He's 0 for 3. Carroll winds and deals, and Jackie draws a walk. Pee Wee Reese at the plate with Jackie on first. A lot of options here for Charlie Dressen. Okay. Carroll the stretch, checks Robinson at first. The pitch, there goes Jackie. The hit and run is on. Hit into center field. Geronimo coming in a few steps. He's going to make the catch for out number 2, and that'll bring up the Duke Snyder. Robinson still at first. The pitch from Carroll. Carroll to Snyder is hit to left. Foster in his tracks makes the catch for out number 3. So Clay Carroll doing the job for the Reds in relief of Norman. It's 4-3 Cincinnati. And we're going to see... No, they're going to... Well... Joe Black is on. First of all, we'll deal with that. Joe Black was quite a weapon for the 52 Brooklyn Dodgers. 56 games, 2 starts, including, and on top of that, 3 World Series starts. 142 innings, 15-4 record with 15 saves. All right, so now, Clay Carroll is going to keep going. So they're going to let him bat. He does not get to bat very much. 19 at-bats in the 1975 season. And he hit 0-0-0. So 0 for 19. Carroll leads off against Joe Black. Let's see what kind of stuff Joe has. He has C stuff. He will bat in the 9 spot in the order for the Dodgers. His pitch to Clay Carroll. Hey, struck him out on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Yes. Rose is up now. Black kicks and deals. Hey, he struck out Rose, made him look bad. 2 strikeouts for Black, pumping the heat. And now Morgan, 1 for 3. The pitch to Joe. Ball 4, he walked him. Bench is up. Black the stretch. The pitch to Johnny Bench. Pair of doubles for him today. And ball 4. So Black strikes out 2, and then he walks 2. Perez comes to the plate. Chance to really get an important insurance run here for the Reds. Black the stretch and the delivery. Instead, it's hit in the air to right. Under it is Carl Furillo, and that will retire the side. So Black walks a couple but gets away with it. We go to the 8th. With the score, Reds 4, Dodgers 3, Campanella, Pafko, and Hodges coming up in the Brooklyn 8th. Carroll is still on. Pedro Borbon is throwing in the Cincinnati bullpen. Sparky said before the game he would rather not use Eastwick. We'll see. Campanella's 1 for 3. The pitch to him. Ball 4. He draws a walk. That's the tying run. Pafko comes to the plate. I think Dressen bunts with him here, but I'm not going to do it. 2 for 2 with a walk. Carroll the stretch, the pitch. Base hit for Pafko. To left field. Campanella will go to third. There's going to be Dodgers at the corners. Hodges comes up. Reds infield is going to play They're going to play back up the middle and in at the corners. Hodges is 1 for 1. Carroll is still on. The pitch to Gil Hodges. Could be a walk. And is not a walk. Popped up. Foul territory. Bench throws away the mask and makes the catch for out number 1. That's what Carroll needed. Here's Furillo. Reds infield going to play double play depth all the way around now. 1 for 3 for Furillo. Tying run at third. The pitch. This is hit on the ground to Concepcion. He goes to Morgan for 1, and the relay to Perez is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing double play turned by Cincinnati. And the Dodgers put runners at the corners with nobody out and fail to score the tying run. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Reds 4, Dodgers 3. What a game. All right, Joe Black going to deal with Foster, Griffey, Concepcion, 5, 6, 7. In the Reds order here in the bottom of the 8th. They're leading 4-3. If they win, they host the 52 Yankees in our next game. The pitch to Foster is 2 for 3. Pitch from Joe Black is popped up. Gil Hodges in fair territory will take it for out number 1. Now it's Griffey. Ken is 0 for 2 with a walk. The pitch from Black. He walks him. Second walk for Griffey. And he's going to try and get a jump. Right-hander with a weak arm, 1 is going to hold him. He's going. The throwdown from Campy to Jackie Robinson is gonna be in time to shoot down Griffey. 2-4 on the putout. There's 2 outs now. Concepcion behind in the count 0-1. They tried running on Campy and it didn't work. The pitch. Concepcion swings and hits it on the ground to Cox. Billy by the bag, plants and throws to Hodges for out number 3. We go to the 9th. This is it. Reds 4, Dodgers 3. Going to be Billy Cox, a pinch hitter for the pitcher, and then Jackie Robinson against Clay Carroll, who's trying to finish the deal with Pedro Borbon ready in the Reds bullpen. Billy Cox will lead off. In the on-deck circle, it's Rocky Nelson. Billy Cox 0 for 3 with a ribby. The pitch to him from Carroll. Hit in the air to right. Under it is Griffey, and there's 1 down. Rocky Nelson will pinch hit Gil Hodges' backup in the 1952 season. Did not play much. Had a .256 average. He could also draw a walk. Carroll winds and deals to Rocky Nelson. Hey, struck him out. Baked beans. Gas. 2 down. Last chance saloon is Jackie Robinson. Clay Carroll looking to finish a 4-3 Reds victory. Jackie is 0 for 3 with a walk. The pitch from Clay Carroll. Hey, struck him out. He humped up on that fastball, and that is your ball game. The Reds win it 4-3. Let's give you the totals. For the victorious homestanding and Reigning king of the hill, 75 Reds, 4 runs, 7 hits, and they committed no errors. The Dodgers, 3 runs, 6 hits, and they committed 1 error. The winning pitcher is Clay Carroll. He is 1-0. Norman gets a no decision. The loser, Carl Erskine, he drops to 0-1. The Reds get more of that home cooking. They will host our next game against the 1952 New York Yankees. What a matchup that's going to be. Thank you for being with me. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Don't forget to check out channel membership. Check out the link in the description for this video. Have a wonderful night. So long, everybody.